You are about to hear the unbelievable story of one of the craziest human experiments. The twins whose bodies were stitched into one. What was the purpose of this experiment, and who was the crazy doctor who experimented on hundreds of people in his career? Let us begin this story. In what was the largest Nazi concentration camp during the Holocaust, where Alice and her twin sister were kept as prisoners when they were just kids. There they met the evil doctor. Remember this face and his name, Dr. Joseph Mengele, also known as the Angel of Death. He was known to be a lot nicer to kids than to adults. Every day he brought them toys, sweets and new clothes. He would even play violin to entertain them. The kids loved him so much that they sometimes called him their uncle. Yay! Uncle is here! Play us some music, Uncle! Little did they know the kind of price they had to pay, because behind those charming eyes was a medical monster who was obsessed with twins. That's why he kept thousands of pairs of them in the concentration camps. He believed that by finding a way to create more twins, Germans would become the superior race. And so, one night, Alice and her twin sister, along with tens of pairs of other twins, were sent into Dr. Joseph's lab, not knowing they're about to go through an insane human experiment. Hey there, kids, come with Uncle Joseph. We're all going to play. The moment Alice stepped into the lab, she was horrified by what she saw. A whole wall full of human eyes of different colors. These eyes were taken from the bodies of many children by Dr. Joseph himself. Some eyes were blue, some were brown, some were green. Alice felt as if these eyes were watching her as she slowly walked inside the lab. And before I tell you the crazy thing that is about to happen to Alice, let me show you some ways this monster attempted to create what he believed to be a German superior race. For some twins, Dr. Joseph would remove their genitals so he could transform boys into girls and girls into boys. His most common experiment was injecting pretty much anything into these children's bodies. Chemicals, germs, even blood from the other twins. And in every experiment, when one of the twins didn't survive, it would seem useless to the doctor, so he would just kill the other. There was also a time when he forced the twins to have babies together. And when he found out that it was only one baby and not twins, I don't need that baby. I want twins. Only twins. Throw that baby away. And those were not even the worst. Because going back to Alice, the evil doctor instructed her and her twin sister to lie flat on the bed, took out his tools, and began performing his dark experiment for the German superior race. The next thing Alice knew, she was no longer one person in one body. Her and her sister's veins, arms, even their backs were sewn together as if they were pieces of ripped clothing. From that day on, Alice was forever attached to her twin sister. That is, if they were still bound to live. Because when they returned from the lab to the concentration camp, day and night they cried because of so much pain. Help us, it hurts so much, please. Until they could no longer take it. And after just 3 days, the twins, unfortunately, lost their lives. All because of one monster doctor, the man known as the Angel of Death, who truly should have been known as the Devil. Night fam, this is truly one of the most twisted stories I have ever known, which makes me think how lucky we are that in today's world experiments like these are incredibly rare and psychopaths like this man are most often locked up in prison.